Hello, everyone. We're back here with another What If. Sorry for a couple days gap. I was at my dad's, and well, my dad's here. I can't really swear, so yeah, I just wait until he leaves for work because he doesn't allow me to swear, even though my mom does. So yeah, it's normally the opposite for people. I'm pretty sure, where your mom's super strict, does not allow you to swear, but your dad's like, okay, it's cool, you good. No, it's the complete opposite for me. And I'm sort of glad it is. And I'm eating, by the way, guys, sorry. And so, anyways, as you already know by the title, and probably from the video, or probably from the picture in the video, what if Deku was Scorpion? Some of the stuff in this video will be inspired by a YouTuber that I watched, like, what? Last time I watched this series, which he still hasn't completed. That's one thing I don't like. He still has not completed it. Anyways, I'm gonna have Deku be born with his quirk activated. Well, not born with it activated, like a minute after he's born. Fire starts shooting out of his fingertips. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm thinking about stuff. And, hmm. Well, anyways, yeah. Sorry. I'm eating. Friendship with Bakugo. Sort of. Not great friendship. It's there. It's not like you're good friends. It's like you hang out from time to time. Mainly for training, though, is what Shimmy. No, get out of my fucking room, you stupid. Get out of here. You're only in here for my food. I'm sorry, my cat came in here. Okay, yeah, and they do get in a fight one time, which is when Bakugo first gets his quirk. And Deku does not give a fuck about quirk. He's like, I don't care. I don't care if I have a quirk or not. I have a quirk, okay? But, like, people see a quirk as a necessity. If you quirkless, you ain't gonna make it anywhere in life. You're gonna be in a small apartment, low-paying job is basically what they think. And people with medium quirks, not great quirks, not horrible quirks, like, no, people with bad quirks, Mr. Stretchy Eyes over here, yeah, he's gonna end up similar in that situation unless he can train it to be able to wrap around people. So yeah. Which he never will think like that. He knows he's never gonna be good hero. So yeah, oh, sorry, uh, oh, sorry, sorry, uh, yeah, Deku, well, the fight between Bakugo, yeah, Bakugo tries to land an explosion. Oh, I'm also giving him control, the ability to completely control heat, immunity to fire and heat, teleportation, of course. But that's not using like the fire stuff or lava, whatever he does. I can't remember what Scorpion does. It's just gonna be he melts into the floor. Actually, no, that's too much like the one dude. Uh, he's gonna burst out in flames. He's gonna explode into flames, and he's gonna appear wherever he wants to. Okay. Um. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. And he teleports behind Bakugo. Bakugo gets a little bit of fire on him, and Deku's like, okay, grabs the fire, like, just twirling it around, like fidgeting, like, oh, this is kind of fun. I forgot I could do this. Because he never uses quirk, except for when Inka's like about to burn herself making food. That's the only time he'll use his quirk at home. So he's just twirling the fire around. He's like, oh, I got an idea. Makes it into a dragon. It's just start flying around the classroom. People are like, oh, Deku, you have an amazing quirk. And he's like, I don't think quirks are as much as people like make it out to be, because people think that you need a quirk to survive and make it somewhere in life at all. It's just sad to realize that I got top of the class in both academic and um both academically and like in gym without even using my quirk is what he's saying. He's like, I didn't have to use my quirk to get top of the school, number one in the school, just as good as a teacher here at all. No, I didn't use my quirk for that. I didn't have to use my quirk to beat everyone in gym class, get top of the class in gym, and be just as good as a teacher. No, I did not ever use my quirk here at school, other than right now. This is the first time I'm ever using my quirk at school. I made it so far without ever having to use my quirk. It's just when I get in a fight. Yeah, whenever I get in a fight, that's the only time I'll ever have to use my quirk. And I expect that I'm probably gonna get in a couple of those. Because people don't understand. When I say leave me alone, it doesn't mean please. It means leave me alone or I'm gonna put you in the hospital. And he's saying all this. People are like, oh, okay. Yeah, he's not very friendly, is he? They're like, well, we don't ever, no one's ever really like had a full conversation with him other than Bakugo. And that's only because they trained together. Did I say this was like when Bakugo first got his quirk? No, this is not when Bakugo first got his quirk. This is like a couple months after Bakugo first got his quirk. And he's, at this point, not talking to Deku at all. He wasn't before. And now he's starting to fuck with Deku. And then it leads up to the day that this just happened. So yeah. Everyone realized, like, yeah, we shouldn't fuck with Deku. It's like, oh yeah, don't call me Deku. Call me by my name, Izuku. Damn it. If you do call me Deku, you're gonna have to be a good friend of mine. Or, just like I said before, hospital. I could probably pay for the trip. They're like, how? Like, I could just teleport to hell? Did you guys not know that I could teleport? They're like, well, oh yeah, I don't ever use it. He's like, well, I can just get, like, melted gold and give it to anyone. And you just have to wait for it to cool down, which I can do whenever I want. Just letting you know, I have control over heat and fire, and immunity to heat and fire. Everyone's like, okay, yeah, you're a bit too powerful there, kid. Like, I don't believe I'm too powerful. Sorry, I'm eating. So yeah. Yeah. Because, like, yeah, thank you for probably saving my life, but you showed off a bit. Like, you took a lot of my clout there, dude. Because, like, I didn't mean to. I don't want clout. I want people to leave me alone. Unless they tried to trade. And Bucko's like, yes, that's why I came over here. I wanted to see if we could trade. So they start becoming gradually friends. They're not really good friends. If someone messes with one or the other, one's gonna step in for the other. Sorry. Where's my dog at? My dog's just in the room still. I know he's awake, but he's just fucking laying there. Being a bit of a lazy corgidor. If you don't know what a corgidor is, it's a corgi and a Labrador mix, and he's just laying there, wide awake. Being a good boy. Okay, onto the bed. I'm laying down at a specific way because I think I fucked up my neck. I messed up my neck pretty bad. I can't turn it to the right at all. I can turn it halfway, like perfectly straight, but I cannot turn it to the right at all. So yeah, how long has this been going? 13 minutes. Now we go on to... Sorry, I'm tired. It's like 3 in the morning right now. 4 in the morning. Yep, 4:24 in the morning. I woke up at 3:20. Yeah, 3:20 something. Okay. We're gonna. Okay, yeah. And over time, by middle school, like when middle school starts, they're best friends. They hang out all the time, and people realize this. And people try to fuck with Deku, like, oh, are you gay? Blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to fuck with him. He's like, no, I'm not, actually. But I know you are. He's like, what the fuck do you mean I'm gay? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, talking shit. Like, I can tell from the way you fucking look and hang out with the Baku bitch over there, he's like, okay, you fuck with my best friend, I'ma kill you. He's like, haha, what you gonna do? Because in this, Deku is not tall. He's like, okay, so say the average there is like five something, like 5'2", maybe. He's exactly 5 foot, which is shorter than me. So yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking. He's like, oh, little dude, he's like, he's on his last year, so he's what, 5'8" maybe by now. Bakugo at this point was 5'3", and so he hits Bakugo as hard as he can, and he has a strength enhancer quirk, which knocks Bakugo to the ground, and he coughs up a bit of blood, which totally fucking snaps in Deku's run. He doesn't kill the dude. He almost kills the dude. He lights him on fire and lets him run around for a minute, and takes the fire away. And he's got 3 third-degree burns. And he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna give you fucking gold to pay for the ambulance. Nah. And this is right outside of the school, so everyone saw this. And he picks up Bucko. He's like, okay. He stretches, like I just did. And he's like, okay. He picks up Bakugo. He's like, wait, I could just use this. Creates out of, for a second, it's all fire. Then, or all lava. Then he shapes it into poles. And then he's like, okay, something. He's like, okay, I could probably make some here. And he found, no, I'm not gonna say that. He just picks up Bakugo, puts him over his shoulder, and just starts walking home. Bakugo wakes up right as, like, Deku's talking to Mitsuki, and Mitsuki's like, what the fuck happened to Bakugo? And he's like, oh yeah, fucking, what, at that point, would be, whatever grade is, because, I was just, that's a second here. I think 8th grade, maybe? 8th grade, I'm pretty sure. Sorry. Yeah, 8th grade, that's at least how it is here, where I live. Well, not near my dad's. I don't know how this school district works, but the one where my mom lives, yeah, that's how it works. 8th grade, and then you go to 9th grade. Yeah, 4 years in high school. Yep. Instead okay, get into that. You know, he's an 8th grader. He's 2 grades above, Deku and Bakugo. And he's like, oh yeah, you might see ambulance, and the second ambulance goes by, he's like, what? She's like, what did you do to him? So he's just simply like, I caused him a bit of pain, you know? So yeah. Oh, what was I thinking? Oh, yeah, that's one thing I could do. I'm gonna change something. In this, the fight with Bakugo never happened, and instead of the bully being a dude and Bakugo being a dude, Bakugo's a chick in this, okay? You can change your name if you want. Well, I'm not gonna say Bakugo, it's gonna be Katsuki. Because that's Bakugo's first name. So Katsuki is what I'm gonna call her in this. Instead of Bakugo, because Bakugo's a dude. Katsuki and everything else to do, but it sounds like it would fit more for a female. Sorry for if you couldn't tell what I was saying when I'm yawning. I'm sorry about that. I just continue talking when I'm yawning. It's something I do. Even when I'm on the phone with someone, I'm constantly yawning when I'm tired. So, yeah. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, and the bully, I'm gonna say he was still a dude, and he's in worse condition. He's like, if he doesn't get to the hospital, he might die. So yeah, and Deku warned everyone before he left. He's like, okay, none of you recorded that, did you? And he said it in a threatening tone, and everyone's like, oh, he doesn't want that out. Oh, everyone takes out their phone. He's like, okay, hand him over. They hand him over. He's like, okay, I can make you guys new phones. Just give me a minute. It's gonna take a while. And this was the next day that he's making the phones, and yeah. You know what's one fucking thing that I hate about my school? Which is where my mom lives? The worst fucking thing, if you record a fight, you have no fucking choice but to give them your phone so they can watch it. Which I can't really do because I have stuff on my phone that is not exactly 18 or below 18. It's very, very, very bad for if it got fucking like, principal looks at my phone and he's like, oh. You're like, okay, yeah. And hands the phone back over, like, you can have this. Yeah, that's how bad it fucking is. I can't show you right now because my channel would get deleted. And what's kind of surprising to me, by the way, in 6 days I got 3 subscribers. None of my other channels even got 1 in 6 days. Like 1 a month is what I got on my other channels, and it just stopped. No other YouTubers after that, or no other subscribers after that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So, shut up, Ferris. You having a nightmare again? Yeah, my dog has nightmares when he sleeps. Come here. Come here, Bubbles. Come here. Aww. Grrr. 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 Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, Ferris. Come here, Ferris. God damn it. Fine. Yeah, what was I thinking? Yeah. Instead of Bakugo and Katsuki just being best friends, because in this, Bakugo is a chick. Instead of Deku and Katsuki, like, just being good friends. Or like it was in canon, where Katsuki beats the shit out of him every day. And they're fucking dating. And they've been dating for for a year now, I must say. Since 5th grade. They've been dating. And I'm just doing this for plot, you know? Because something's gonna happen. You know? You know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be the training camp. And someone's gonna lose their fucking mind and kill everyone there. At the fucking thing. The villains. Someone's gonna lose their fucking mind and burn them to fucking ash. So yeah, and by the way, he's gonna be sort of like the Wraith version of Scorpion, where like if he can die, but he'll just come back, goes to hell, gets like fucking blah blah blah, comes back, you know. I'm doing that because the one dude that I watched did that, and it will help me with something later on that will be good to trick a few villains. Well, one specific villain who ruined someone's chances of ever becoming a top hero. You know what I mean. Pew pew. Pew pew pew. Yeah, I'm talking about Overhaul with the corporation bullets. So yeah, okay, da da da. Sorry. Let me think for a second, guys. That could be, yeah, um, okay, yeah, we're gonna have Deku go home. He's sort of worried about Katsuki, but then he gets a call from Katsuki. She's thanking him, and she's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm coming over." And I'm gonna say instead of Deku's dad working like overseas, he's gone. That bitch gone. He gone when Deku was born because he's like fire like that's bad. And in this he doesn't have fire. He has some like he's sort of like Mina, but he can spit acid at people. So yeah. So okay, what was I thinking of? Hmm. Oh, maybe that. Yeah, I would say this. Yeah. Deku's mom works overseas, and well, not overseas. She just works like she goes on business trips. She works for a big company. They have a better house, but not a big house. They have a better house. They have a two-story house with an attic and a basement. Um, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, or 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Uh, so yeah. Let me think for a second. Okay. Ow, my neck. I'm laying back down like that. Okay. Yeah. You know what could happen. They're not gonna go that far though. They're just gonna sleep together. And in this, Eno, or not Eno, Inko will be gone for 2 more days. So that day, the day after that, the day after that, but then the day after that she'll come back. So yeah, she's gone for 3 days. First day, second day, third day, and then the fourth day she comes back. Okay, and yeah, they just sleep together. They don't get busy. Okay, they don't get busy. Because they're still what fucking 12. Okay, and we make a skip to the beginning of the anime, last day of school, before the 10 months shit. Yeah. Let me think for a second, guys. Could I? Yeah, okay. Yeah. In this, Katsuki is a bit, like, she brags a bit, like, but not much. She's like, yeah, I'm probably gonna be the number one hero, unless, Deku, becomes, the number one hero, and he's like, well, only if I want to will I ever become number one hero. I might purposely become number 2 because I don't really care about being number 1. So yeah, she's like, no, I'm gonna make sure you're the number 1 hero, no matter what. She's like, and she lets off a few tiny explosions. He's like, okay, I just wanted to relax later on in life by that point. Because after high school, I don't want to, like, be number 1 hero and be all over the internet. I just want to relax. Because I can get infinite money. Remember? Like, and she's like, yes, I remember that. But I don't care. I want you to become the number 1 hero. And they're joking, of course. Because she already knows that he sort of wants to become the number 1 hero. So yeah, sludge villain time. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say like 50 people from all over the school like come to fuck with Katsuki because she was a bit braggadocious around them and a bit of a bitch. But as soon as like 50 people come in the classroom, Deku stands up and fires coming like sparks are shooting off of him. Katsuki's like, okay, calm down. You don't need to kill someone. You don't need to kill someone. You almost did it in the past for me, but you don't need to kill someone. The teacher's like, what the fuck? You almost killed someone? He's like, yeah, a bit of an asshole. I lit on fire. He deserved it and fucking hurt her. And yeah, he has the same wide eyes that Scorpion does too, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. And he will have the kunai with the chain. So yeah, just wait. And 50, like, there, at first there was only 20 of them. And he's like, okay. And they go over to, he was sitting down, like, with his head down until they went over to Katsuki. Then he stood up, okay? And then 30 more walk in, and at this point Deku's like, hell nah, I ain't doing this. He's like, hell nah, I ain't allowing this. And he says this out loud. They're like, oh, what you gonna do, fucking blind eye? I'm gonna say that's their way of fucking with him, calling him blind eye. He's like, well, actually it's because I can see thermal heat, and I could already tell there were 50 people in total that might be fucking with someone, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that there were 50 of you gonna fuck with her. If you do that, I'm gonna kill all of you. Painfully, I'm gonna take you to fucking hell. And they're like, oh yeah, well, you think you can do that? Blind eye. And they say it like that again, like, what you gonna do, blind eye? They say it like that, exactly. So, he's like, I don't care what you say to me, you fuck with her, you're gonna die, I'm not joking. They're like, oh yeah, prove it. He melts the fucking wall. Like, he fucking melts it completely. Like, so the entire fucking outside street can see, people outside of the building, like, they can see what's gonna fucking happen. And All Might shows up. He's like, I gotta stop this kid. And before he can do anything, the 20 kids that came into the classroom, or like that were right next to her, they try to fuck with her. One of them kicks her, and she almost falls out the side of the building. And this is the top floor, and it's what? I'm gonna say a 5-story building. Just for shits and giggles, because this is gonna be funny right now. Deku just fucking whoop, teleports her back in her seat. And people are like, what the fuck? That's not her ability. They look over at Deku. He's like, uh-huh. And then they try to, like, fucking beat the shit out of her. And they are, successfully. She's knocked out at this point, and he's like, oh, you're dead. he pulls out the kunai with the chain. Get over here. And he says it like that. Get over here. And he summons a sword out of fire, which looks a bit like that. It looks like that because that's actually a katana I have. It looks like that, but this is all on fire, the fucking blade. I can't point. I'm a dumbass. Like, the blade is all on fire. So, yeah, they're like, oh, shit, he's gonna kill us. All Might steps in, grabs the blade. He's like, ah, shit, I didn't think of that. Ah, fuck. They're like, oh, All Might, if they do anything to her, do I have permission to kill them all, please? Because and he points over at Katsuki, and she's beat the fuck up. He's like, okay, you can, I'm gonna leave these 50 to you because I doubt you can even touch all of them. If you couldn't kill all of them, I'll pay you $1 million. He's like, I could just get $1 million worth of gold right now. He's like, oh, I'd like, yeah, prove it. Opens a portal. $1 million worth of fucking gold spills out all over the fucking pavement below. Not touching anyone because he made sure of that. And he cools it off. He's like, okay, there's your $1 million worth of gold, All Might. So either I get, either you get $1 million or I get $2 million technically, because I don't have any that much fucking money right now. I only have a couple thousand. I'm sorry for fucking starting. I'm sorry, Ferris. Come here, Bubba's. Come here. Okay, fine. Yeah. We're gonna go and we're gonna have the 50 of them like, okay, we're taking this off school property. He's like, okay, I don't care where it is. Like, oh, so we could beat the fuck out of you wherever we want. He's like, yeah, go ahead. So, yeah. And they jump out into the courtyard. Deku's like, okay, let me melt this real quick, All Might, and I'm gonna make it into a cube. And it's gonna be a bit of a big cube, but yeah, it's gonna be right over there. And he does that. It's decent sized. So yeah. We're gonna go and say that what was I thinking of? Yeah, we're gonna say that. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're gonna have all of them like, okay, we could beat the shit out of him. And they send like the fucking leader of this in first. Did that cut my fucking lip? Can't tell. I'm out. Okay. Ah, fuck. Yeah, fucking, like the fucking leader of this, which is, like, one of the, like, biggest fucking bullies in the school. He's like, okay, he's the fucking one, no, because he's begun, but he's, the one kid's little brother. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna do to you what my brother did to that fucking bitch up there. He points to Katsuki. And Deku, sort of loses it. Fucking, get over here. But this time it does not wrap around him. It goes through him. Through his fucking gut. And then wraps around him. And so he's like, get over here. Pulls him towards him. Beats the fuck out of him. Right then and there, everyone's like, yeah, this might not be a good idea. One of them tries to run. They immediately get fucking teleported to hell. So, yeah. Well, they get teleported to hell for a second. The heat knocks them out, and then they get teleported to fucking behind Deku. So, yeah, it's kind of fucking intimidating to see someone go through a fucking portal. A second later, they're behind a kid, starting to fucking pile up. Like, he's trying to make a fucking pyramid out of bodies. Like, boom. Okay, we built a pyramid. We did good. And he eventually gets through all 50 of them. He kills the one later. Because I'm going to say he was the one who tried to kill Katsuki. Because he's going to do that. Because he's a fucked up person. And that's what caused Deku to actually fucking lose it. That's what caused him to lose it. So yeah, he kills the one dude. He only has one kill in his name. And Ahmad's like, okay, kid, you killed. I don't want to allow that, but sort of have to because of deal. And he gets arrested. He's like, oh yeah, well, Ahmad voucher for me because the one dude that I did kill, he attempted to kill someone I care about, so I was actually doing that in defense. Looks at Ahmad's like, yeah, he did. Yeah. Everyone's like, and then they see Deku looking at them. They're like, yep, that's what happened. It's like, okay, what happened to the person that he tried to kill? Deku's like, let me teleport to her. And yeah, I'll take her to the hospital because I can teleport, guys. They're like, uh-huh. He teleports behind him out of the cuffs, like, yeah. How'd that go for you guys? Everyone's like, what the fuck? They turn around. I can't really do it to picture it for myself for both officers because my neck's fucked up. I can't turn it to the right. But yeah, I can imagine it in my head. It's hard not to do that because it's like a natural response for me to do that. They're like, okay, kid, go teleport her to the hospital. He's like, okay, yeah. Teleports to Katsuki. Everyone's like, oh, Jesus Christ. And then, whoom, he's gone. He's not doing the explosion. It's like a little fucking, he's melting into, not melting, there's lava spreading a bit, like a few inches away from his body, and he's teleporting that way, and he didn't go through hell this time, he went straight, for a millisecond he was in hell, then he was gone. So yeah, and he's at the hospital with, okay, I couldn't tell if my dog was snoring, because he does snore when he's tired. Or he's awake. He's a couple of us. Yeah. That's annoying. Anyways, yeah, there's a plane. So we're gonna go and we're gonna have Deku drop Katsuki off at the hospital, blah blah blah. What was another thing I was planning on doing? Oh, I could do that. Yeah. And she's in a coma for a week, and constantly, Deku only teleports home to shower, and he does not need to eat because he could just teleport food into his stomach and get food that way. He does that. And he stays there at the hospital next to Katsuki, and yeah, when she wakes up, she sees him, and he sighs in relief. He's like, okay, phew. She's like, what the fuck happened? Like, why am I in the hospital? And he explains to her what happened. She's like, oh, shit. Like, how long was I in a coma? And he's like, for a week. Like, what about, don't tell me. He's like, I sort of did not leave here only to shower and eat. Which I didn't eat at all, technically, but I teleported food and drinks into my stomach. So, yeah. What was I thinking? Oh, I could do that, maybe. I don't know if I should do this, because this could break some shit in the future. No, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, anyways. Yeah, we're gonna have, what the fuck? Deku and Katsuki. Wait, I'm gonna say it was a week before school ended. She was like, you didn't miss the last week of school, did you? And he did. He honestly did. And she's fine because it was only a week. But she's like, okay, I'm gonna need help walking because I have not used my legs in a week at all. And I've just been in a coma. So yeah. You're like, okay, yeah, I'll help you. Sorry, I'm stuttering because I'm thinking while I'm talking. So yeah, he helps Katsuki walk. He's like, okay, I'm gonna take you to which do you wanna go to my place or your place? And at this point, Inko is gonna be back in a week or two or a month. She's going on a long business trip, so she's gonna be gone for a month. He's like Katsuki is like, okay, I'll go over to your place, and they go to his place. Because he has a decent sized room, and the spare bedroom. It's not a bedroom technically anymore. It was originally a bedroom, but not anymore. It's a workout room now. Basically the same shit that my dad has, which is right over there through that wall right there, which I'm pointing at, which you guys can't see. And I'm talking to myself right now. So, um, I'm sorry. What's one thing that I need to say? Yeah, we're gonna have, fuck, I was thinking of something that left my head. Sorry. Yeah, that could be a thing. They don't get busy for the first week at all, but during the second week, because she needs to, like, get back into, like, fucking using her legs and shit, so she does that in the first week. In the second week, they get a bit busy from time to time. Third week, which is a week before Inko gets home. The fourth week, at the end of the fourth week, the last day Inko will come home. So yeah. Because I'm gonna say this was, I don't know what month would be, cause I don't care anymore. Yeah. How long? Okay. Yeah, they get busy during the second week. Third week, they get even more busy. But they're training, too. And during the fourth week, they're purely training. And they only get busy one time. That's at the first day. The rest of the week, they're not getting busy at all. They're training most of the time. And when they aren't training, they're sleeping or taking a break. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is going to be the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you really liked it, share this video with your friends or family. And I will indeed see you guys in either the next part of this or Renegon. You guys can choose. And any what if ideas, comment it down below. I will check out your comments, guaranteed. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Peace out.